Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Leeds Journal with Dolly, and today we are doing a video that I've wanted to do for ages and ages and ages, and I've just not had the time to do it. I've been really busy recently with, stuff going back to normal a little bit, shops and bars and everything opening up, being able to see friends again, seeing family again, all that kind of stuff. Yay! So yeah, that's kind of why I've not been posting so much on Instagram and YouTube and things like that. I've actually just been trying to get back to a bit of normality, to be honest, going back into work and stuff and all that kind of thing. But this video is something that I think was really important to film, and I'm just gonna, sorry guys, it's a really annoying light in the way, but yeah, I think it's a really important video to film because I get a lot of comments being like, I love your style, I wish I could do what you do, and blah blah. And I wanted to come on here and show that everybody starts from somewhere, and I want to show that you can change your style and find your own style in a very short space of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through kind of the history of my journals. So this video has not been planned in it very much. I've got a list of stuff the books I want to talk about, but really I'm just going to roll with it and we're going to see what happens. But yeah, I think it's really important to show that everyone starts somewhere, and also like how style can develop. And you might also be interested to see some of my older stuff. So yeah, let's get stuck in. So the first thing, I should say that I have always liked being crafty. I've always liked doing arty things. When I was a child, I didn't really play with toys very much. The only toys that I used to play with were Barbies, and like Mycene dolls, Brats, things like that, like fashion dolls, and Sylvanian families. But even when I played with Sylvanians, I only used to just set their houses up to look really nice, and then that was it. I never used to actually play with them properly. My main thing was doing arty stuff and being creative and things. So I've always done that. I used to have a wedding scrapbook and putting like wedding ideas in. I used to have all sorts of different scrapbooks, and this is one of the scrapbooks that I've managed to find. I only filled a little bit over halfway, but yeah, this is it. And this was from 2013. So 2013, I was... How old was I in 2018? Come on, Holly, do the maths. 17, 18. So I look back on this and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cringe. But at the same time, I'm like, no, 18, you're still really young and you're still finding out about yourself and things like that. So yeah, I was about 17, 18 when we did this. So I've got things that I liked at the time. Leah Michelle and Darren Criss from Glee. Obviously Audrey, this was my favourite perfume at the time. Bloody Ollie Murs. I mean, I was in love with Ollie Murs. I don't really know why. I used to say that our celebrity name together, if we ever got together, would be the Ollies. Oh God, it's so tragic. And then lots of pictures of Rob Pattinson because he's still my number one boy. I still really fancy him. So in here we've got like little days, and as you can see, like I just used to use like scrapbook paper and just print out pictures. So this was me when I was little, always a diva with the glasses. And then we've got some pictures from when I was at school. That's me. That's me. Where am I on this? That's me. And that's me. And then on this one, you can't really see it, but I'm there at the front with my collar out, like the nerd I was. Look at me trying to be cool on this one. So yeah, that's just obviously school stuff. And then we've got like drama, when I went on a day out. I mean, I look so different to what I look like now. I really do look a lot different. And I really hope that no one minds on here that I've got all of these. Everybody's out. She's still my best friend to this day. This was my prom. Sorry if you can hear that car. I actually really loved my dress. I actually got it for free. My mum's friend was like, yeah, she can use this dress. Yeah, I loved that. So yeah, my doggy, Hamish. So yeah, I mean, at the start, it really was just like, you know, popping things in and sticking stuff in and just having a little bit of fun. I mean, I'd never use these now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you look back and you're like, oh, I wouldn't use these big foamy love hearts and what's this? Sticky back ribbon and stuff like that. I just wouldn't use any of that kind of stuff. But this is what I mean. Everybody starts somewhere, and it's really important to kind of reflect on that. So, yeah, so that was the first kind of thing, was scrapbooking. Then, when I went to university, I kind of went off the trail of doing kind of scrapbooking stuff. I used to do a lot of origami and a lot of paper crafts and things. But then I got into bullet journaling, and I remember seeing bullet journaling on Pinterest and seeing it on YouTube, and I was like, this could really help me whilst I was at uni. So I'm just checking there's no there isn't. I was checking there was like no addresses or anything. But I was really excited to get into bullet journaling and try this new system out to see if it would kind of unlock creativity and kind of help me when I was at university. And it really, really did, guys. I mean, this is where it all begun. The whole journaling love happened because of bullet journaling, hands down. I don't think I'd ever get into doing what I do now if it wasn't for bullet journaling. So I just tried to be like a bit creative and stick stuff on here. I was trying out different fonts, words of the journal. See, I tried to do words of the the year and stuff. Then we've got like things to include, because this is like, I was just trying to work out how to do it. So if you're unfamiliar with everything's outdated as well, all the information here, so don't worry about if you see addresses or anything like that. You won't find me on any of them. This was 5 years ago. But like, if you're unfamiliar with bullet journaling, it's basically a system where you have a notebook and you can use this system to kind of organise your life. And it's everything in one book kind of thing. So in here we've got month goals, keywords, we've got to-do lists, we've got food logs. These are collections, so you're meant to do like different things. So like lists, collections are basically lists. So things like weekly shopping lists, books to read, your favourite films, all that kind of thing, that goes in here. And then you have like a symbol key. Now this isn't the official bullet journal key, I just like this one. I just did it how I would personally use it. So I did a box with a tick for tasks, a little triangle for if I had an appointment, a little exclamation mark if it was, an important thing, a love heart for don't forget, or like memories and stuff. This little arrow, this more than sign, that actually is a bullet journal thing. And that basically just means like moving on to the next day. So yeah, so then this is kind of a monthly spread that I did, and I'd put everything that I had going on here, my period and things, song of the month, so whatever I was listening to at the time, I used to put that in there. And then, as you can see, this is where I actually started trying to record my life in terms of putting down what I did that day. So July 4th, Monday, I did a little to-do list. I put down what I ate that day. I mean, looking back on this is so funny, because this is obviously like student-y meals, 3 hot dog sausages in a wrap. I mean, come on. And then just a few notes on what happened. So Nigel Farage left the UKIP party with a happy face, of course. Semester B results come out tomorrow. Found out Nana has thrown away Panda. We actually found Panda. He's my mum's old teddy bear, and we found him before he got taken to the tip. Molly, who was my old flatmate, Molly gave me words of wisdom in regards to results. Don't compare yourself to other people. You've just got to take stock out of your own achievements. Hamish went crazy at an Alsatian on the field. So just like a few things, I put what the weather was like. As you can see, this is just nothing like, I do now. A little bit about my university results and what that means. I didn't even fill these out, but I filled this bit out. Probably because this contained maths, so I was like, no. But I did get a 2-1 overall on both of those. And then just a few goals of like what I wanted to do. Some font practice, just different things that I wanted to include in the journal. But can you see, like, this is nothing like I do now, and everyone's like, oh my god, I wish I had your style. Like, look at this. You would not believe that this was mine. I mean, of course, my writing is the same. I mean, look, Alex Turner. Like, that's so tragic. I was at uni and I was blooming gushing over celebrities. I mean, oh, God. Doodling. I actually started this as well, I should mention. I started this when I got my tonsils out and I had to stay at home for like 2 weeks to recover. And I started this, I started this when I was doing that because I had a lot of free time and I had to try and, organise things, and I kind of had a different outlook. So then, like a little update of what's going on. But yeah, I mean, look at this, a lipstick blotter. Life is good, all sorts of different bits and pieces. See, guys, I even used to miss dates at the beginning. It's no big deal. Habit tracker that I tried to do. Like August memory page. Then I started to try and do like Dutch doors and things. So yeah, I was getting into stickers and using, this is my first ever tape washi tape that I ever bought. Trying out stickers and things. Again, one of my first ever washi tapes. I've actually used all that up now. These came in a set of 3, so you'll see these a lot. This flips out, I believe. Yep. Gratitude log, see? Everybody starts somewhere. And then I mixed it up how I did it, so I started to do like week journal like this. I put in like different things that was going on. And then there we go. That's the end of that one. So yeah, that was kind of the start of journaling for me. And then we move into my next journal, which is this one. And this was my absolute baby throughout uni. 3rd year of uni, this was my absolute number one. As you can see, it broke. It completely destroyed itself because I just absolutely loved it. I mean, you can tell because all of the pages are like a little bit ripped and stuff, but this is where you might start seeing glimpses of what I do now. So here we go again. We've got my little task things. And I do have a full video on bullet journal things if you're interested in bullet journaling and how it works and stuff. So I changed it up. This is how I used to do my weeks and things. All different. So yeah, this was really, really helpful when I was at university because it really, it just organised my life out. And I'll tell you in a little bit as to, what went on after university. Yeah, Christmas present thing with all stickers and stuff. This was when I was in Treasure Island, which was a pantomime. And there I am. Here. And there. I love doing this show so much. It was so fun. Yeah. And then I've just put a few of my, words and stuff. It was so good. Look, tipping. Before I even knew what tipping was. Again, if you see anything, you think might be personal, don't really get too worried. Because, like I say, it is all irrelevant now. So, yeah, I tried to set up the year quite funky. A year review, see? I started doing year reviews, and this is something that I still do now. Goals for the year, pay off my overdraft, lol, still in it. Graduate with at least a 2-1, I did get a 2-1. Apply for a master's, I'm not doing that anymore. Go abroad somewhere new, can't remember if I did that. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, just a few different world events and things. And then, yeah, and then we kind of get into me being a little bit more creative towards this point. I'm starting to use washi tape more. I'm starting to use stickers all the time. Little doodles here and there. This is also when I was having counselling at the time. So, and CBT therapy. So, this is kind of like my notes from That, and I still actually look at this now because it's really good to look back on. And then, as you can see, like, I'm starting to stick things in and all this kind of dissertation notes. This was all dissertation notes as well, all about autism and things like that. Good things. Again, more notes from my placement that I did. Yeah, and then I'm trying to say, like, I'm going to change up how I do my journaling. So yeah, I mean, lots of budgeting plan. God. And then at the back we just got some stickers. Look, washi. This is all I earned at that time. Oh my God, how funny is that? No longer, guys. You've seen my book now. I've got bloody loads. So that was my bullet journal. Then when I moved to Leeds, so I graduated and I came to Leeds, I was still on the bullet journal hype. Now this is a difficult one because I had to come to my realisation that bullet journaling was no longer necessary. I feel bullet journal is really, really good if you have a job with like, if you have a job that is like, what's the word? With shifts. If you have a job with shifts, I think that bullet journaling would be really good for you. However, if you don't, then I didn't need it anymore. I genuinely didn't need to bullet journal anymore because my life revolved around going to work 9 to 5, getting home, doing my jobs at home, and then that was it. Yeah, like I just didn't need to bullet journal anymore. So I really tried to stick it out. Can you see there's like hardly anything written in these because there just wasn't enough going on. And I really found it difficult when you leave university and you move to a new city and everything. It was bloody hard. And that's one of the reasons why you'll see in a minute why I started to do different types of journaling. So here, look at me, I'm trying to go real crazy. Look at these, like, this background. I think I tried to do this with watercolour pencil. I mean, I definitely didn't do it very well, but whatever. So yeah, I'd only been graduated like a month at this point because I graduated here. And then I was like, I'm not sure this is for me anymore. So then I tried to do it again. I bought a Leuchtturm. I was like, maybe me buying a Leuchtturm will get me back into journaling. So this is January 2018. And I hated the paper. I've talked about this before. Leuchtturm paper used to be really bad. Can you see how much ghosting there is on there? And then I kind of, I got a new Leuchtturm recently and the paper was much better. So I don't know if they changed the paper or whatever, I'm not sure. So then we've got the year review, where am I now? I would actually love to do this again. I've only done it once and it was like, where am I working? Where am I living? What is my relationship? What are my favourite things right now? What don't I like right now? What am I looking forward to? So yeah, you can look back on this and be like, oh yeah, like that's what I was doing at that time. So different goals and stuff. And then, so yeah, so again, I was really trying to be like, let's do all these things which are to-do lists and everything else. But I really was in the habit of journaling. I just love journaling. And then as you can see, it goes absolutely awful because I was like, nah, this is not working for me. I don't like the notebook or whatever. So that is where it takes us to kind of where we are today a little bit more. Stuff that you might recognise a bit more. I bought this notebook and it's just a little flimsy one from, I think it was from The Works. And I decided to try and do some creative journaling every single day. So this was from June. So, oh yeah, so I started this one. And then I went kind of back thinking I might need to do bullet journaling again in 2018. And I was like, nah. So this was the last bullet journal that I did, finishing in, like, say, like February 2018. And I was like, no, I don't need to do it anymore because I have this. And then I decided to put more of my energy into doing this in the next journal, which you'll see in a minute. So As you can see, not much decoration, literally just a little bit, and then just some writing. And my sister gave me some bits and pieces. And I've got my train tickets in there. But this is what I mean, when people put pictures up like this, I'm like, I think this looks really nice. Because this is what my journals used to look like. I started collecting things from work and putting them in here. My first day of work. And then, look, I was trying to, like, save everything. So this was, like, a little sandwich bar that I used to go to. We went to a burger place, so I drew this out. And quite honestly, I know for a fact that I started doing this from a place of loneliness. And I know that sounds really sad, but, like, when I first moved to Leeds, I'd lived in Lincoln for 3 years. I didn't know anybody, and the only person I knew was Will. And, you know, I knew his friends, but, like, that's not the same as having your own friends. So look at this. This was before I knew my trick of peeling off cardboard. Just stuck this massive thing of Old Moot cider in. Yeah. So, yeah, this was, like, my first ever creative journal. Got little pockets and stuff going on. I mean, look how boring that is. There's nothing going on at all. Receipts and stuff, and then I've just got a few bits here that obviously I never managed to fill in. So at this point I was like, I don't like how this journal's coming out. I was like, I actually really like doing this, and I want to kind of put it into a bigger book. So that's when I started doing these ones. So this is September 17 to September 17 to when? December 17. Wow, I filled that up really fast. But this was happening at the same time as I was doing this one, because at this point I still thought that I needed to have a bullet journal with an actual journal. And then I've realised that if you don't need a bullet journal, don't use a bullet journal. There's no point in using one. So, yeah, this is where I started doing my creative journaling. That was from Will. This is all about my graduation, so this page is quite a large bit of writing, because this is all about going to my graduation. And then this was a bunch of flowers that I got from my mum, so I tried to draw the flowers, and I used the flower bag to, like, stick it in the back. And this is where I was just journaling about the good days that were happening. Oh my God, I forgot about this. Oh my God. Oh my God, I forgot about this. Basically, this was where I worked at the time. And they were saying that we were hurling a toddler in a pushchair into some water bottles. That did not happen. This was a little lad who we worked with, and basically we were just having a joke, and then one of the girls basically got fired, so she sold this story to a newspaper about how we were, like, attacking this kid. Yeah, just absolutely mad. I'd actually forgotten all about that. This is what I mean. This is why you want to journal, because there's so many funny things that you forget about. And this was when I was working at a financial claims company. So I'm sorry, guys. I was that annoying cold caller ringing you up going, hey, I just wanted to ask a couple of questions about your bank account. Have you ever had PPI? That was me. So this was at this point, and I just, yeah, I think about it and I'm like, this is so funny. Like, look, this is like one of the things that we made with all of the excuses that people give you when you're on the phone, and yeah, very, very funny. So it's just interesting to see how you come on, you know, how your life moves on, and also how your journaling progresses with that. This obviously is a bit more of a funky page, and this was when I was really getting into watching YouTubers. I was watching Never Hopes by Elizabeth at this point, Pocket Journal Pam's older videos. I'm trying to think who else I might have watched at this point, but I watched loads and loads of different people. I was really trying to get into, you know, journaling, and then I decided to try and write like this. I was trying to do this new style of writing. Didn't like it. Didn't last very long. This is one of my favourite quotes ever. Today I will be as useless as the G in lasagna. I just love that. Little postcard that my dad sent me. Yeah, so like I was really trying to, you know, build up my washi tape collection. This was when I went to Fred Alders for the first time, which was my favourite ever craft shops. And I was getting into washi tape and getting into stickers. And you can really see, I think, how much you can see from watching YouTubers, how it went from this type to this style so fast. Yeah, I did a yellow background there. I was feeling a bit crazy, but I loved doing my journals like this. It was, you know, no stress. They didn't take me very long to do these pages, and I genuinely think they look really nice. And I nearly filled the back, and then this is all about Christmas here. Different gigs that I went to, and you know, different nights out and things. Yeah, so this one is just really nice. And I've still got things like this. You know, my granddad passed away 2 years ago now, but I've got all about this, about his birthday and us going for his birthday and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of happy memories in here. This was when I was finding friends in Leeds, and you know, trying to work myself out, trying to work out what I was going to do next, kind of thing. So when I finished that one, there is another one that was very similar to that, and I did another couple of journals that looked very similar to that. When I started watching loads and loads of YouTubers and started following lots of people on Instagram and things like that, that is when this type of journal was born, which is where it is a lot more kind of crazy, I want to say, and a bit more like what you would expect me to do now. So like here, like moving day to the big city, this is the day that we moved in to the flat that I'm in currently now. I'm literally sat about here. So I did like a rough floor plan, and as you can see, this is kind of what you would expect me to, the journal page that I do now, to more look like. And this is where I'd gone crazy. I'd managed to buy lots of different bits and pieces, lots of these. I got really used to using these die cuts and stuff, and bought lots of die cuts and different bits and pieces. And this is obviously where I had my own craft room. Oh, that goes in there. It's just a lovely picture of me. And it's where I started to really use everything and anything. You know, different little stickers, bits and pieces from wrappers and packaging, and you know, all sorts of stuff. And then this is where I got my gelatos, and this is where I just went crazy and full colour explosion on every single page. And yeah, I mean, this is where I got my new job, when I was working with young people again and doing stuff that I really liked. This is so cute. In recognition of sharing her stickers, stationery collection, and ability to turn any objection into an opportunity. So cute. I love that. I definitely do that. If you get me at work and you're telling me that you're not coming, I am like, nope, you are coming. That's the end of it. That's me in my tent at Leeds Fest. Oh, I'm loving looking through these with you guys. I'm getting all like little goosebumps looking at all my nice little memories I used to have. So there, I've got a card in here from my dad. As you can see, he always sends me Beatles things. We'll go back in. So yeah, this is where I was really getting into using different stuff. And this is where I started using, what's the word? Can't bloody think now. Magazine cutouts. Started using magazine cutouts and different things. There's a magazine cutout here. So this is like a year on. So if we look here, this was Will's birthday this year, and then this was Will's birthday. Where are we? Oh, bear with me. I've just seen it. Here. Oh. So that was Will's birthday the year before, and then that's like a year's difference in journaling. Can you see? So, you know, you can change your style in a year. This is totally different to what we just looked at, you know? Little picture of Hamish and Will. Oh, I love that picture. And we went to Liverpool and all about going to Liverpool and stuff. So, yeah, like, I started using tip-ins. I started using, you know, all sorts of bits and pieces. You know, this is scrapbook paper on the back. This is a magazine cut out. Magazine cut out. Magazine cut out. So yeah, lots and lots of different bits and pieces and things that I was, you know, trying to use up. And it's all about Christmas and stuff. And I've always loved Christmassy things. And then at the end, we've got us at New Year. But yeah, so that one's that one, and that was one of my thickest ones to date. Now around the same time, I was watching a lot of art journal videos as well, and I was like, I really want to start an art journal. So I started trying to be a little bit more creative and using up bits and pieces that I wouldn't necessarily use in my journals, but I might want to use them in kind of artworky stuff instead. Like sticker bomb pages. I actually don't like sticker bomb pages. I think they're a waste of stickers. Sorry guys if you like doing sticker bombs, but I only try and use them if like the stickers that I wouldn't use anywhere else, or like the ones that I've got loads of duplicates of, but I don't really like them if you're just going to use them willy-nilly. I love this page actually. I think this looks really nice. These were some hideous drawings that I tried to do. This was something I was doing, I don't know. Some like watercolour dots and things. What else have we got in here? Stuck together there, I don't know. So yeah, that was when I was trying to be like a bit more arty and, you know, all that kind of thing. And then I started watching Lovelin's Live, who inspired me to start a Fibonacci. And I started doing this in April 2019. So, yeah. So I was still actually, at this point, I was still doing journals that looked like this. But I was also doing a daily journal. But because before that, I was only documenting the good days. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I actually want to document every single day if I can. Because I want to try and see the good things and the bad things that are happening in your life. And I think when you start doing that, it really does, I don't know, it just makes you feel a lot different. Makes you see the world a little bit differently. So I was just kind of putting notes in here, and then if I did have a day where we did loads of stuff, I would then go back and do a full page, a full couple of pages in my creative journal about that. But yeah, so this is just, as you can see, no kind of, not much background colour or anything. I'm using pens. This is where I started doing dots and stuff. Using up things that I had also this thing where I wouldn't use anything in my journal if it wasn't correlating to the day. So if there was stuff like this, I wouldn't use it because I didn't see Wicked that day. I mean, it's just silly now I look back. I'm like, no, just use whatever you want. There's no, you know, there's no harm in using whatever you want. Oh, this was a nice little Happy Mail that I got. And then, yeah, look, I do not know what happened today. Even Google Calendar cannot help me. So, like, sometimes there's always days that you don't know what the hell went on, and that's fine. This was a really lovely card I got from a parent. That was really lovely. But yeah, as you can see, this I kind of not went backwards, but just tried to do every single day as best as I could. And then look, there's post-it notes with still things that I have not filled in. But that's fine. I'm just going to leave it at that. And that is fine by me. Then that kind of led on to a bit of a journal slump, because the month after I started doing that journal is when my granddad passed away. And when that happened, it wasn't a shock at all. He was poorly for a really, really long time. but it kind of did make me not want to journal as much. And then after that, it was kind of like that happened in March, and then in about June, we all got made redundant from that job that I was just showing you. I got the certificate from and everything. The company went bust, so I had to try and find a new job, and then I was settling into a new job, and 2019 for me just wasn't a very good year. It had fun things in it, but getting made redundant and my granddad dying in the space of like 4 months was a lot. And then obviously when you're starting a new job, you just want to chill out when you have time and things. So that's kind of why I went into such a big journal slump towards the end of 2019. Then with 2020, I was like, instead of making myself do these big journals where I have to fill up pages and pages, we're going to try a Fibonacci, and we're just going to do a Fibonacci. We're not going to try and do anything else. We are just going to do the Fibonacci, and we're going to see how we go. And I'm really proud of how well I did in this. It definitely got me out of the journal slump. I am going to be doing a full flip through of this at some point with music, because yeah, it's going to be a long one, but I loved filling this in. It got me properly into journaling again. I loved doing stamping and watercolour, and using everything that I had and all sorts of different things. I just absolutely loved it, and you can see the passion that I had for working in this journal the longer it goes on. Like, these pages I just think are some of the nicest pages that I've ever done. At the start, if we go right to the beginning, you will see that they're not that. I mean, the first page, this is like what I would have done back in that black one, that black notebook that I filled out. This is kind of what that looked like. And then I just was like, yeah, I'm back into journaling. I love doing it again. And that's where I kind of picked up a bit and started doing all sorts of things. So this Fibonacci really did help. I mean, I had to stop in November because, as you can see, it got to the point where I couldn't work in it anymore. And that's when I decided to do my December daily, which is this one. And this December daily helped me get into doing my current style of journaling, because it was using a blank notebook again. I just went crazy. I put absolutely everything I had into this. I just think it looks absolutely great. I really love it. And yeah, so that's kind of like where we are now. And I feel like this is just, it's a step up. It's kind of incorporating all those things that I have done throughout, this journey. I don't sound too cheesy, but throughout this journey, it's kind of incorporating all that and just kind of putting everything into it, and using old images and different tip-ins and pockets, and do you know what I mean? All sorts of fun things. Magazine cutouts, stickers, stamps, you name it, 3D stuff. I mean, we've got so much in here. So yeah, that's kind of where that led to. And then we're up to where we are nowadays, which is me working in these little small notebooks. If I don't finish a page, I don't finish a page. It's absolutely fine. And then this kind of is where we are now. I just use everything I can, and that is honestly where I got my style from. It's evolved from bullet journaling, from scrapbooking. It's taking elements from all of those things and mashing them up and just kind of putting them together, and then that's how we create these pages. So yeah, I kind of hope this was helpful. I will just mention as well, at the same time, I do try and do art journaling still a little bit. This is kind of my art journal now. I kind of call it an art journal glue book. It's kind of a little bit of both, I guess. But I love working in this when I get time to. Oh, this always sticks. But yeah, I love working in here when I can. Little drawings and things, little doodles and stuff. So yeah, like, I do still do my art journaling, but I do really put everything into these ones. But yeah, that is kind of like the evolution of my journaling. I really do hope this has helped, guys, and you can see what I mean about, you all start from somewhere, and if your style is crazy like mine, that is great. If it's really subdued, that is fine. If it's like my first type of ones where it's like this, where they're just writing with some things stuck in it, that's also fine. It doesn't matter if it's just writing, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as you're documenting stuff and as long as you're having fun, that is the most important thing. And if that's your style, that's your style. Like, just remember that, like I always say, the journal police are not going to come and arrest you for not journaling or not scrapbooking enough or not kind of, documenting enough. It's fine if that's what journaling's about. It's just about having fun and being able to look back on memories and going, oh yeah, that was a really good time, or that was a really bad time, and this is how I've grown from it, or this is what I need to do to move on, or whatever it is. But yeah, I really do hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some inspiration, and maybe you want to try and start a new journal, I don't know. But yeah, let me know down below where you started journaling, how you started doing stuff, how it has helped you, and if you scrapbooked and stuff as a kid and blah blah blah, and what your thoughts are on all my journals, which one you like best and what style you like best and all that kind of thing. Let me know below. If you're not subscribed, do that. Like the video, comment. I love all my comments. Blah, I can't think of anything else to say. We've been talking for 41 minutes. I'm pretty sure you're as tongue-tied as me now. But wishing you all a lovely week, guys. Stay safe, but ultimately have fun. And yeah, let's get back to life. Take care. Bye.